Mount Weed. Just a little bit of snow, but it looks like you can get up it pretty easy. I'll scope it out tomorrow. If it's not safe, I won't do it. Just starting out. 5:30 in the morning. Treated to a beautiful sunrise. Well, I haven't seen the sun yet. So from the parking lot on the west side of the highway, you walk about north about 5 minutes and come to a drainage, and that'll take you up to the first little bit, Scramble, and then once you reach the two big boulders, one about the size of a house, you take the scree to make the gully up Mount Weed. In the drainage, marked by a tiny cairn. The faint trail on the right side of the creek is a lot easier. Once you make it up the hill, right of the waterfall in the canyon, you can see you sound right up. Like I say, a cairn is always a good reminder that you're on the right path. One of the best reminders in life, though, is not to waste it. Live life every day abundantly. Do what you love. You never know when it can be taken away from you. And honestly, if I was to perish on a mountain, I wouldn't have it any other way. Anybody, all my loved ones know that I'd be doing something that I love. But safety first, always safety. Never afraid to turn around. Don't need to be a hero or get upset if you can't make a peak, if you're down on time, if you don't have the energy to do it, if the conditions are horrible, you just got to make the call sometimes. I have a lot more respect for people who make the call than decide that they're going to push it and put themselves or others at risk. So leave the ego out of it and just go back another time. Yeah, it's the best way. Can you hear that? You can hear the water under the rocks. As I make my way up this beautiful drainage. Oh, that's nice to ascend. Maybe these are the two boulders. This thing is massive. Definitely the size of a house. Look at this thing. It is huge. A lot bigger than others. There's always room for growth. That tree on that rock. About 3/4 of the way there. Summit is right up there in the middle. Gully kind of goes up here. You can see the gully's now coming into view. So I think it's a GM Weed, accompanied C.S. Thompson in 1899. That's what the book said. In their explorations, and he also made the first ascent of Cirque Peak along the way. It's pretty cool. A little history for you. 9:30 and I've chased the shade the whole way, but the sun's catching up. Be long now until sunshine for the rest of the ascent and the day. But making it to these cliff bands, the summit cliffs is what they say, is 400 more meters to the summit, which isn't too bad. Well, it was good scree until I started up the gully. That's very loose. Takes a long time to get up it when you're taking a step up and 2 steps back. You can see the snow's pretty good. So I'm gonna kick step up it. Kick stepping. Fun. Gorgeous up here. Nice and cool, even with the sun. About 100 to 200 meters to go. More snow in the gully heading up right, but it looks like you can bypass it on the right hand side. But I think I'm just gonna keep going up this way. It's just easier and it's enjoyable rock. Not too loose. Some stuff's loose, but pretty decent. Nothing but scrambling. Way more snow up here than I thought. So I can't do the gully. Just staying beside it. It's making the scrambling more difficult than moderate. Yeah, summit just ahead. Summit of Mount Weed. Oh. Gorgeous. Second time. Smoky, hazy. guess the verdict is out for if this is actually a moderate or a difficult scramble. Judging by the summit register, some were pretty surprised that this is a moderate. They're like, if I don't know what a moderate, if this is called a moderate, I don't know what hard is. So maybe it all depends on experience level and how you handle the gully, the ledges, loose rock. I didn't find there's much exposure on this one. Yeah, there's some places that if you were to slip, you'd probably hurt yourself or break something, but depends on which route you take, I guess. Smoke is really rolling in. It's really, you can smell it now, and you can see it's just hazy. It's not just from the heat. Those BC fires, I knew it was coming. Just a matter of time. I was just hoping it wasn't going to be this weekend. And so begins the descent. Take it. The gully looks so short from up here. Pado Lake right ahead. Whole lake over on the side. Don't know if you can even see it. There's the cairn that marks the start of Mount Weed. See, there's that 300-meter sign just right across the road. Even though now I'm kind of second-guessing why I did Mount Weed with all that scree, especially coming down. It's one of those ones where, with an ankle injury, I probably should have picked something easier or brought painkillers because, yeah, pretty hurting. Ran into Devin. It's on my Instagram. He's just a beast. He's just flying down. I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, is that Devin? The guy's going so fast. And yeah, he came from Silverhorn and was doing a big traverse. And even he was like, I don't know why anybody would do weed on its own. And then he was pretty surprised to find out that it was my second time. But when I first did it, I think it was like 2015, 16. And it was just submerged with cloud. Yeah, I wanted to do it again. Yeah, great trip though. Besides all the smoke, but what can you do about that?